Hello student, welcome in our fourth lecture. In the previous lecture we discussed the separation of solid liquid and separation of liquid compound. Okay, now in the today's lecture we are going to discuss the type determination for single solid or liquid compound and their reaction. So today we are going to discuss this point. Student, in the previous lecture, we have seen that how to separate the solid liquid compound and liquid compound. Okay, so our next step after separation of the solid liquid or liquid compound, our next step is to find out the type of each component separately. What is our next step? Once we separate the two compound, solid liquid compound and liquid compound, once we separate, our next step is to find out the type of each component separately. So type determination for single solid or liquid compound. Okay, so our next step is type determination for single solid or liquid compound. Okay student, so in that what we have to do, this is performed in test tube, observation and inference. Okay, so in the test tube what we have to do, we take a substance, small quantity of substance, either it may be solid or may be liquid, then we add water in that and we shake that test tube. So what happens if our compound is completely soluble? If our compound is solid, then we use the term soluble, and if our compound is liquid, then we use the term miscible. Okay, so when we add water in our substance and we shake that test tube, our compound is water soluble or it is water miscible. Okay, then we perform the test. We perform the test for water soluble or miscible substance is present. What we have to do, we take a small substance, we add water and we shake vigorously. Then what we observe, if our compound is soluble, then we observe that our compound is soluble or miscible. Then we conclude that our soluble compound is water soluble or miscible substances are present. Okay, and if this is the A part, and in the B part, water insoluble or immiscible. Our compound is water insoluble or water immiscible. At that time, water insoluble or immiscible substance present. Okay, then this is the one part. Our compound is soluble or insoluble, so we have to check by this test. Okay, once we conclude this test, then we perform the next test, that is type determination for water water soluble, or which another word for liquid, miscible substances. Okay, so first is type determination for water soluble or miscible substances. In that, it is very familiar to us. In 11th 12th standard we perform this test. That is, the name of that test is litmus test. What is the name of that test? Is litmus test. We know that we add a few drops. We add few drops on wet litmus paper. Then in the observation part, what we observe, if blue litmus turns to red, then in the inference part we conclude that acid or phenol present. Okay, what we conclude, that if blue litmus turns red, our compound, it may be acidic or phenolic. Then if red, if no change is observed on any litmus paper, then our compound is neutral. Our compound is neutral in nature. Okay, so in this way we can find out our compound is acid, phenol or neutral. Here, if we get change on blue litmus to red, at that time we conclude that acid or phenol is present. So how to find out whether it is acid or phenol? For that we take a substance, then we add 10% NaHCO3, that is called sodium bicarbonate. So what happened? If our compound is acidic, then there is a effervescence of CO2 is observed. And if our compound is phenolic, then there is no effervescence of CO2 is observed. If the effervescence of CO2 observed, we conclude that acid present. Okay, and if no effervescence of CO2, then we conclude that phenol is present. Okay, so in this way we can find out the type for water soluble or miscible substances. It is clear? It is very simple. With the help of litmus paper we can find out the type of a given organic compound. Here, if our red litmus paper turns to red, then it is a basic compound is present. Okay, in this way we find out the type determination for water soluble substances. Okay, it is clear. Then the next point is type determination for water insoluble substances. What is our next point? That is water insoluble and here immiscible substances. In that, what we have to do, student? We, in the test part, we take substance, then we add 10% NaHCO3, that is sodium bicarbonate. Okay, then in the observation part, what we observe? We observe the compound is soluble with effervescence of CO2 is observed. So when such a situation is observed, then we conclude that in inference part acid may present. Okay, and this soluble compound, it is reprecipitated by concentrated HCl. Means in this soluble compound, when we add concentrated HCl, there is a formation of a PPT. Then we conclude that acid confirm. What we confirm? Acid is confirmed. Okay, so in this way we find out the acid type. Then the next type is, okay, it is clear, How to find out the acid type? Only we take a substance, we add 10% NaHCO3, then our compound is soluble in this NaHCO3 with effervescence of CO2 is observed. Okay, and when we add the concentrated HCl, we get a PPT, reprecipitated by concentrated HCl. So we get the PPT, then we conclude that the given compound is acidic. Okay, then next here exact the reaction is happen. Suppose our compound is acidic, that means it contain this functional group. This is a acid functional group. Okay, in that we add NaHCO3. This reaction we have already discussed in the previous lecture, but now I am again explain this reaction. When this NaCO3 is added in this acidic compound, what happen? This Na, it is replaced by this R C double bond O O N A. This is called a water soluble salt. This is a sodium salt. It is called, and water plus CO2. CO2 it is a gas, so it is shown by this up-headed arrow. Okay, this salt it is a clear solution. It is a soluble. It is soluble. So what happened here? This R C double bond O O N A, it is reprecipitated by HCl. So what happened here, student? R C double bond O, this H it is to this side and Na take out the Cl. So there is a formation of NaCl and this PPT is obtained. In this way the reaction is happen and we conclude that the given compound is acidic. Okay, it is clear. Then the next is phenol. Test for phenol. We take a substance, in that we add 2 normal NaOH. What we add? 2 normal NaOH. Then again this is soluble. Our compound is soluble in that NaOH and again it is reprecipitated with concentrated HCl. It is reprecipitated with the concentrated HCl. So we conclude that phenol present and confirm. Okay, it is again very simple reaction. We take small compound, we add NaOH, then we get a clear solution, and in that clear solution when we add concentrated HCl, we get a precipitate, and by observing that precipitate we conclude that given compound it is phenolic and phenol present and confirm. So what exactly the reaction happen here? So student, phenol it is nothing but AROH functional group. Okay, so when we add NaOH, so what happened here? This Na again replace here RONA. Again it is a form of salt, soluble salt. It is a soluble salt and water is formed. This H2O. So water is given out. This soluble salt RONA it is combined with HCl, then there is a formation of phenol plus NaCl. So this Na it react with this Cl and there is a formation of NaCl, and this H it is goes here, we get the phenol. So this reaction is happen when we add NaOH into the substance. Okay, this is the reaction for phenol. Okay, then next, that is base. This reaction we have already discussed in the previous lecture, but now here during the type determination this explanation is must. That's why I'm going to explain again. Next, compound base. In that, again we take substance, then we add 1:1 HCl. What we add? 1:1 HCl. Again it is a soluble. What is the observation here? It is soluble and reprecipitate with 2 normal NaOH. When we add 1:1 HCl, 1:1 HCl means one part of HCl and one part of water, that is 1:1 HCl. So when we add this 1:1 HCl into our compound, then we get a clear solution, means it is soluble in that HCl. Okay, and in that clear solution, when we add NaOH, we get a PPT, and that PPT, it is nothing but the base. That PPT, it is nothing but the base. Okay, base present and conform. So what exactly the reaction happened? So I rub this part and we explain the reaction here. NH2, that is nothing but the base. We add HCl. Okay, so there is a formation of Ar NH3 Cl minus. It is present in the close vicinity. So this H, it is goes here, and Cl, it is present in the close vicinity. That is called quaternary salt. What is this? It is a quaternary salt. There is a formation of the quaternary salt, and this quaternary salt, when it react with the NaOH, because we get a soluble compound, and when we add 2 normal NaOH in that soluble part, then what we get? We get ArNH2 as a precipitate. Precipitate, it is shown by down-headed arrow, and gas, it is shown by up-headed arrow. Okay, so here we get the precipitate, and this Na, it combined with NaCl, and there is a formation of water. Okay, in this way the reaction is happened, and we conclude that the given compound is basic. Okay, if all these 3 tests are absent, means acid is absent, phenol is absent, base is absent, we are not getting the precipitate, not getting the effervescence, then all these 3 tests are absent, then we conclude that our compound is neutral in nature. Okay, our compound is neutral in nature. In this way, for the single solid or liquid, we perform this type determination. Okay, and we conclude that our given organic compound is acidic, phenolic, basic or neutral. Out of these 4 types, one type is present. Okay, so this is about the type determination for single solid liquid compound. In the next lecture, we will discuss the elemental analysis of single solid liquid compound.